Hello, Fantasy Goats. It is Monday, week 5. Key fantasy football takeaways from all the action that we just came from yesterday. Boy, we had some great action. We also had some poor action, but nevertheless, this is the takeaways where we're going to get into actionable data for you. Share my opinion on the matter. We've got injury news. Once again, injury news to update you guys with. Of course, by now you're aware of Marion Hampton. We're also waiting on Xavier Worthy, and a couple others. After that, or in between that, or before all that, we'll get into all your questions. Let's go and let's get this party started, Goats. Once again, I am your shepherd, and you are on the Fantasy Goats channel. Week 5, key fantasy football takeaways. That's right. That was really interesting week 5 in the NFL. We're going to get into all some of these games are just fucking unbelievable. That Seahawks-Tampa Bay game was fire. Before that, though, the 1 o'clock window, the game that I was watching, and believe it or not, it wasn't the Giants or the Jets. Although, of course, you gotta pay attention to them here and there and here. The game that I was watching was the freaking Broncos and the Eagles. The tale of two halves, which is often that happens. That's common. That's very common. But I'm impressed. I'm impressed with myself. I've got the Broncos pretty much going through the AFC. Maybe they meet the Chiefs. Maybe the Bills. Maybe now their division, folks, by the way, has gotten easier for them. That could segue into one of the injuries. That's Marion Hampton. The Chargers, it's week 3. Last week, this week. Tough injuries they're sustaining. It's lousy. It's their building is crumbling right before your eyes and my eyes. Today, it's a Marion Hampton. It's going to be 4 games minimum. 4 games minimum with an ankle. I'm not even sure what the ankle, whether it's a high ankle, mid ankle, torn ankle, Vince Goat, Marion Hampton's ankle left his foot. I don't know why. I mean, look, the injury bug has really hit these Chargers. Vince Goat. Getting ready for the Chiefs, getting ready for the Jaguars, getting ready for week 6. Vince Goat, how are you otherwise? How's life? How's fantasy life? It's a fucking bloody bloodbath, man. Bloody bloodbath. Yeah, so back to Marion Hampton. Whatever the case may be, it's going to be 4 weeks minimum. Now, what do? Well, let's take this from a fantasy perspective. Well, if you have a Marion Hampton, that stinks. Seems quick to declare him on IR. I'm a little worried it may be longer than 4 weeks. Very quick. Seen in a walking boot yesterday, but of course, I feel like that's kind of just like procedural, right? I mean, they want to put him on great fantasy. Not so. Good, Vince. No, I'm sure you recognize just like I do. I mean, we're playing this game. It's a game. I've been playing this game half my life, so I'm kind of numb to most of this, unfortunately, or fortunately. You know what it takes for me to get like the adrenaline going? I need to be like either winning or losing by like some fractional points, and I have to wait for like the quarterback to kneel down. Even in a playoff, any playoff setting, it's either you're being blown out or you're blowing them out, or it's like you're numb to it. In any event, Yeah, I'm concerned for Chargers fantasy because now either whether you have a Marion Hampton or whether you're now perhaps the light bulb has gone off in a lot of people's heads. Oh, maybe I should go try and grab the next man up. Next man up for the Chargers running backs. I'm not so quick to be rushing to the waiver wire for Kamani Vidal and Hassan Haskins. I'm not. I could be proven wrong. Perhaps Kamani Vidal in his reps during practice, closed door sessions or otherwise, has looked good for them. He's still on the team. He has been, he's limited action or active altogether. Next man up, screams. Yeah, I'm not feeling that. Even if it is a committee, which we know that's their MO to begin with. I'm not sure they wanted Marion Hampton rolling out to 23, 25 touches, but they were. And he was effective too, with the exception of yesterday. I'm not even sure what Marion Hampton did yesterday. Couldn't have been that good. We didn't hear about it. All we heard about it was the injury. And the Chargers, Lad McConkey scored. We had that one correct. Oh, there he is. There he is, Lord Vader. Lord Vader. Lord Emperor Husot. May the dark side fill your heart with evil and anger, my brother. It's the dark side of injuries. Brother, we need big time Pat Mahomes. Should we pray? When do you want to pray? We'll pray. We'll pray as soon as we get through some of this data, some of this fire data. And I gotta talk about this Buccaneers Seahawks game, and I'm sure that Ryan Heath over from Fantasy Points, who is kind enough to allow the Fantasy Goats this actionable data, deep dive analytics, actionable data that we could take from week 5 and perhaps apply to moving forward into week 6. Let's take a look at some of this stuff, man, because it is fire. And again, much thanks to Ryan Heath over at Fantasy Points for allowing us to use this info and to share this info with the goats, with the Fantasy Goats. Don't forget to like Emperor Husot. Don't forget to like the stream. Don't forget, I know you're not new to this channel, but thank you, and please subscribe. If you are new to the channel, goats, please liking the stream, subscribing to our channel. It only helps us know that we're doing some good stuff here. We are doing some good stuff here. We've exceeded our sub goal. Now it's time to come up with the next goal, which will meet and exceed that one, because that's what we do here at the Fantasy Goats. We set goals, we reach them. Dylan Gabriel started last morning, yesterday morning, for the Browns, and he didn't do a bad job at all, but he did target tight ends on 39.4% of his pass attempts. For comparison, Njoku and Fannin were only receiving 26.8% target share entering yesterday. So that was a huge uptick in their usage, both usages. J Goat, what's up, baby? J Goat. I'm up by 28 points. My opponent still has Xavier Worthy and the Chiefs defense. Do you think I could pull off the win? You're up by 28. With Xavier Worthy, we're waiting on that info, aren't we? We're still waiting on whether or not Xavier Worthy is going to go. I suspect that he will. If Xavier Worthy pops off, J Goat, along with his defense, Might be a tough one. I don't know. I mean, I'm never going to sugarcoat it. I'm going to tell you when you're going to win. I'm going to tell you when you're potentially not going to win. It's going to be close. It could be close. If, big if Xavier Worthy plays this game and he pops off with Pat Mahomes, and this Jaguars defense has been solid. We know this. They've been freaking solid. They are creating turnovers. They're getting after the ball. I don't expect the Jaguars to score that much either, though. To be able to move the ball that well against the Chiefs defense. This is going to be a tough one, my friend. It's going to be a tough one. I hope you win. I hope the 28 is enough of a cushion. I do. I think it looks like it could be contingent on how Xavier Worthy does. Very contingent. Now, if Xavier Worthy doesn't play, then you're in good shape. In really good shape. The Chiefs, baby, the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes needs to feed Brown. Hollywood. If Xavier Worthy plays, again, it doesn't necessarily take Hollywood out of the equation, but just by like logic, when you're adding another body onto the field, the target shares now decrease per body on the field. Per body on the field. It doesn't, especially when it comes to the wide receivers. You can only play so many of them at the same time. But Hollywood is the veteran. Hollywood is dependable so far this season. He is dependable. He was the recipient of a deep ball a couple of weeks ago where he was tackled down inside the 5. It's not out of the question that Hollywood has a good game. It's not out of the question. Again, this isn't like a cakewalk Monday Night Football game that we're normally used to. Fuck the sea chickens. Those Niners, man. Whew. Boy, did they play themselves a game last Thursday night. Where was Ron and JX? I got to rub that win in their face. Like they don't need to be here for that. They always hit the play button. They hit the record button. They see it. They see it behind the scenes. You know this. Where is Ron and JX? I got to rub it in their faces. It's still early, though. It's still early. It'll be more and more impressive if they take care of the Rams again. I think they play week, I want to say 10, 11. They play somewhere like, it's not like absolutely late in the season like it typically normally would be. It's actually like not too far from now. Everything's good with my family, Mr. Shep. Yes. Yes, brother. I'm good, my brother. I'm glad that you're good. Everything's good with my family. Thankfully, right? Thankfully, when it's all said and done, we're playing a fantasy football game and we're watching the game that we love. And in the end, when it's all said and done, this is entertainment. This is our entertainment. And then, you've got real world, real life situations. Family, of course. Family. It's the bedrock. The bedrock of any society. It should be the bedrock of any society. That's correct. Now here, the goats, fantasy goats, we provide you a family away from family. The goat family. That's what Rhino, JX, and myself are looking to build. A family away from your family. A family of entertainment. A family of football. And with family goes anything, and anything else with family. Look at Jordan Addison. Who owns Jordan Addison? I do. Not often, not a lot of Jordan Addison, but I got Jordan Addison. And the dude was benched in the first quarter because he was late to a walkthrough. Imagine that. Imagine that you only get to play 3 quarters because of a punishment. So from quarter 2 and on, 3 and 4, Justin Jefferson had a 26.9, Jordan Addison had a 23.1%, Haktua had 15.4%. Hawkinson has hit 20% target share now 2 out of the last 12 games when Jordan Addison plays. That's not good. What he's telling us here is that's not good. As long as Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison are on the same field together at the same time, this is clearly the third pecking man. Peck of wood. The Raiders, God almighty. I know Rhino made a rant yesterday regarding Jake Browning. This is an excellent rant. Excellent. Made a rant regarding Jake Browning. Well, I think he should be making a rant regarding Geno Smith, but we'll save that for his. We'll leave that for his discretion, obviously. The Raiders trailed by multiple scores for most of the game. Multiple scores for most of the game. Ashton Jeanty, I love this. I love one of these. I love this stat here. You ready? Ashton Jeanty set a career high 19.4% target share, which basically saved his fantasy performance. 19.4%. Let's put that in perspective. Hawkinson above received a 20% target share when both less than 20%. Let's go back. Yeah. So TJ Hawkinson had a 15.4%, which is a tight end, when both wide receivers are on the field. Well, Ashton Jeanty's target share hit a career high yesterday of 19.4%, that target share accounted for 9.2%, 9.2 fantasy points in the air. 9.2 fantasy points. I suppose this is PPR. 9.2 in the air. He also had 14 or 15 backfield carries through the first 3 quarters. It's good usage. Good usage. What the hell is going on with the Brownie man? Who's soaked? That dude's not it. He's not it, brother. He threw a moon ball yesterday. You know what that is? You know what one of those are? The moon balls. It's the worst. It's basically the worst type of interception. Worst type of throw you could make, which leads to an interception. What usually winds up happening with those moon balls, that moon ball is a defender, someone from the line or another, just any defender likely hits the quarterback's hand or the ball and causes the ball's trajectory to get all screwy. The velocity slows down, trajectory gets altered, everything. So we were all looking, all the cameras and the announcers, the broadcasters, all looking to see if that was in fact the case. It was not the case. Like, how did it come out of his hand? Did it slip out of his hand? If it slipped out of his hand, he's not holding the ball right. But picture the ball. It just, again, no zip. The velocity is not a normal looking football pass. It's out of its trajectory, so it gets like popped up into the air, and it's slow, and it's not, and like, whether it may still have some spiral on it. It's not. It's the worst possible thing you could see out of a quarterback. How about that? It was a moon ball. Led to a obvious, easy interception. one of 3 interceptions. Now you can either get it. Now Zach Taylor, afterwards, he's like, okay, we're gonna look at the tape. We're gonna evaluate everything. We're gonna evaluate everything because like when there's 3 interceptions, we have to see what's going on. But at the same time, there was also 3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns, and all of that came in the fourth quarter. What is going on? Not just quarters 1, 2, and 3 of yesterday's game, but look at what has gone on since Joe Burrow's gone down. You need to make a quarterback change there. It doesn't get like pretty from Jake Browning in terms of the options. The Bengals are not going to do anything drastic, in my opinion. They're not going to go looking for Kirk Cousins. They're not going to be able to get someone like Russell Wilson. I don't think they would do that, in my opinion. It's not going to get prettier in terms of what they have on the roster. Despite almost never playing in 2 wide receiver sets. He doesn't play in 2 wide receiver sets. That means that Josh Downs has to be considered a 3rd receiver. He almost never plays in 2 wide receiver sets, meaning Pittman and him. It's usually Pittman, maybe Adonai Mitchell, maybe it would have been Alec Pierce, maybe yesterday it was another dude. Then Downs, so 3 wide receiver sets Downs plays. He paced the team with 25%. That would be target share. He has not exceeded 11.5 fantasy points. He paced the team with 25.0% targets. And he never plays in 2 wide receiver sets. That's lousy. So what that does tell me is that they're playing in a lot of 3 wide receiver sets. How am I doing in fantasy football? Well, I'm in a lot of leagues. I would say half of them are doing good. They're doing decent. The other half are doing lousy. The other third, there's a couple of 3 and 2s. There's a couple of 2 and 3s. There's some dynasty teams that aren't doing so good. 2 dynasty teams. 2 dynasty teams are not doing so good. One's doing good. The one that's doing good is with Emeka Egbuka. Holy smokes, man. So yesterday we were treated to the Bucks Seahawks. It was a good football game. And listen to me now, Fantasy Goats. That could very well be a NFC divisional playoff game coming up. It could be. The Bucks not 100%, but most likely you're going to win their division again. The Seahawks are right now in the thick of it to either A, win their division, or B, get a wild card. Let's not act surprised if we see yesterday's 4 o'clock Bucks in Seattle game once again this upcoming January. Maybe Bucks at full health too. No Bucky Irving. Rashad White played great. The Bucks played great. I know that 33-30 or whatever it was, 36-33. I know that may scream to you, well, where is the defense? When you have 2 really good teams colliding like that, and you have the Bucks secondary was susceptible, the Seahawks secondary was susceptible, then you start. Teams are able to now start, picking and choosing what they want to do at a certain point, and that's exactly what wound up happening. Emeka Egbuka is straight fire. I had a couple of leagues last night, early in the morning. I forgot to stop my plays when I was in the air on the airplane. Thankfully, I had a chance to plug them in. You had a good time at your wedding, right? You had a good time at the wedding. You look so good to me. You make me want to shout. I know you were dancing it up. You've seen wedding crashes. Wedding crashes. Fucking all the champagne spilling all over the place, acting like they are part of the family. You look so good to me. You make me want to shout. Oh, shout. When should we pray? You and the rest of the guys. You and the rest of the guys are invited. Ha Where are you going to have it? Where's the wedding? Well, for me, it doesn't matter wherever you're going to have it. You can have it on the moon. Just as long as there's no moon balls. You make me want to shout. Say hey. Kenton. Oh no, Giants. Theo Johnson paced the team with 21%, 21.6%. Juan Dalius, 21.6%. Cam Scatterbrains, 17.6%. And Darius Slayton, 15.7%. Johnson's usage is legit. And so is Cam Scatterbrains. Jackson Dart didn't play bad. He didn't play good either. That was a winnable game. The Giants freaking dropped the ball on that one. The Giants should have won that game. You look so good to me. You make me want to shout. Oh, shout. It's probably not a good thing that I'm singing on YouTube. Now that I got the wedding crashes shit in my head, I gotta find that queen first. Well, we can go find the queen. That's easy. That's the easy part. That's the easy part. Actually, let me take that back. Because a queen, now that's different. A girl, any girl, and that's the easy part. The queen, on the other hand, that's going to be a special individual. Slayton smoked. Which Slayton? Darius Slayton? Darius Slayton. He's got he's popped up on the early injury report already. Darius Slayton. He got smoked. You mean? Kamara, weeks 1 through 3. 1 through 3. Alvin Kamara, 8.3% target share. 47 receiving yards. Juwan Johnson, 23.1%. Weeks 4 and 5, Alvin Kamara, 18.3%. Juwan Johnson, 11.3%. So Juwan Johnson has taken a big drop. Alvin Kamara the last 2 weeks has increased. Kamara averages 16.7 weighted opportunities per game the past 2 weeks. And it's only converted you 10.4 fantasy points. Garbage. I think the Broncos, hear me now, goats. I think the Broncos are going to look into shipping Alvin Kamara over into Denver. Why? Well, Sean Payton knows him. He likes him. Alvin Kamara likes Sean Payton. Alvin Kamara will do what Sean Payton wants him to do. They'll be getting another skill position player R.J. Harvey could learn from. Lastly, the Chargers need a running back now. Might as well make sure that the Chargers don't get Alvin Kamara in a trade with the Hawks. Trone Goat, there he is. There's the mother-loving Trone. Better to stash the Tajay Spears or the Brashard Smith. You know the answer to that. You know the answer. When in doubt, we always want the better offense. Always the better offense. Tonight, well, I mean, if you're looking to make the move now, you better make the move now for Brashard Smith, because if he does If he has himself a nice solid game, and all the reports are saying that they're looking to get him in more spots, they're looking to increase his usage, opportunities for him. If he has a really good game, it's going to be a little bit tougher for you to get Brashad Smith, right? Tajay Spears is just another one of those huge disappointments. The Titans are a huge disappointment. They just ran into like the sloppy, undisciplined Cardinals yesterday. The Titans should be 0-5 right now. The Cardinals just gave them the game. And Tajay Spears barely played. Tony the Tiger is still active there. Brashad Smith could wind up. Again, this would be speculation, of course, and praying to the fantasy gods. Brashad Smith, if he does well tonight, if he does well next week, he could wind up being this lead back, or take the majority of the snaps by week 10, right? I know, Tron. I know you are thinking ahead. Oh, would it be out of the question if this dude is like running the Chiefs' backfield by week 10, week 11, getting ready for your championship run? It's not out of the question. I would do it now. I would want Brashad Smith. I want nothing to do with Tajay Spears. I have Tajay Spears in a large Scott Fishbowl charity league where you don't even have to start running backs. I drafted all wide receivers and tight ends based on the scoring. And finally, round 18, I took Tajay. Javonte Williams as rest of the season asset, but I don't know how you could deny it. Over 15-point weighted opportunities in the 3 of 5 games that Javonte has played. He's a top 3 in yards per carry. And Dallas is still playing well without CD. This is only going to get bit. What Ryan is saying to us here is he thinks it's only going to get better for Javonte. NFL leaders in yards per carry at this very moment. Yeah, look at this. Rico. Man. Mason Taylor. That was easy. This was an easy one. Mason Taylor. 25%, 25.9% of the target share. The rest of it goes to Garrett Wilson or Breece Hall. That freaking team has got nobody on it, GOAT. There he is. There he is. What's up, Rob? Rob Goat. Gonna have to. Boy, am I gonna have to owe it to him. I'm gonna owe it. I'll own the L. I'm gonna have to own the L. I'll own the L. Right now, I'm owning the L. Right now. Still early. We're only heading into week 6. I knew he wasn't going to go over the middle. He was not going over any freaking middle for a touchdown against the Eagles. I knew that. I knew that. Still wound up playing well. Thank God the game is free to watch. It's going to be on cable. When is the game not free to watch? Amazon? Is that what you're referring to? Amazon. I know the Black Friday game will be Netflix. Amazon is, from what I understand, or rumor or not rumor, fact, I think Amazon paid for a lot more other standalone games outside of Thursday night. I don't know if that's this season though. I'm not sure if it's this season. Robert, the Rhino wants to send you a message.
Hey goats, please do me a favor, please like and subscribe and hit those notifications so you don't miss any of our content.
That's for you, Robert. We're almost through here. Yeah, early waiver. If Mason Taylor is available, Mason Taylor is probably a pretty decent tight end to get at this point. At this point, I would look into Mason Taylor or Theo Johnson. We had that last week. Last Tuesday, we were suggesting Theo Johnson and or Mason Taylor, and Mason Taylor so far it's been consistent. After R.J. Harvey out-touched Jacqueline Dobbins in a less competitive Week 4 game, he went back to just 16% backfield carries in Week 5. That's bad. Here's the R.J. Harvey bad. Harvey had 3 targets to Dobbins 1, but Tyler Batty was involved again after hardly playing the previous 2 weeks. Tyler Batty. So Sean Payton's still screwing around with the running back committee and the running back room. You look so good to me. You make me want to shout, ooh, yeah. Thank you, Goat. Couldn't have done it without you. Goat. Where is it? Come on now. Can't find what I want. Always when I want something. Oh, there it is. There it is. Come on! Evan Ingram had himself a game. Came away with a score. I mean, Evan Ingram was a decent tight end. We were all high on Evan Ingram. We were high on him. We didn't just pick the dude out of air. We are high on him because of the system that he's in. The Eagles target share, 4 games. AJ 23, Devontae 20, Goddard 18.8. For perspective, Brown was at 31% team target share in 2004. It's not just pass volume. Goddard has made this offense less condensed. Fantastic. Oh, I don't know if I would call it a pop-off. He found the end zone. He did find the end zone. So, I mean, but it wasn't like he popped off. Cortland Sutton's still leading this team. Leading the offensive production along with J.K. Dobbins. Then you mix in Troy Franklin. You sprinkle in Marvin Mims. You sprinkle in this other tight end. You sprinkle in Evan Ingram. Oh, it's Evan Ingram. Evan Ingram, get across that goal line, Evan. I don't know. So pop off? No, I wouldn't say that he popped off. He got into the end zone. No Chuba. With no Chuba yesterday, it was the Rico Dowdle show. Rico motherfucking Dowdle. 234 scrimmage yards, 85% backfield carry share, 13.3 target share, both carries inside of the 10. He played as if he's the running back 1 and not Chuba Hubbard. He played much better than Chuba Hubbard has played in God knows. In 2 games, Tyreek Hill has missed since coming to Miami. Jalen Waddle. So in the games that Tyreek Hill has missed since Tyreek Hill has been a Dolphin, 2 games, Jalen Waddle is averaging 9 targets a game, 126 receiving yards a game, 28.6 fantasy points per game. So the easy way to interpret this is no Cheetah, there's a really good Penguin. When Cheetah's out, Penguin is the man. And that's exactly what happened. Jalen Waddle gets fed when there's no Tyreek Hill. And there's not going to be any Tyreek Hill moving forward. And I mean like permanently. Not on that team. Like in Denver, oh, this was a bad one. the rookie lost ground in the Texans backfield this week. Woody Marks in week 4, 57%. In week 5, it was 37%. It went down by 20%. The target share was 17.9 in week 4, down 4.3. I mean, yeah, we know that it's down. Why did it go down in such a good matchup that he had? Woody Marks, this was such a good spot for Woody Marks and the Texans that absolutely poured it on the Ravens, and Woody Marks was disappeared. Waiver 1, someone in the league dropped Bill. No, I would go get Bill now. You'll get another number 1. Right? I think Bill is by far the best waiver pickup this week if he's available. We're all working under the presumption that Bill is not available. So now who would be the best waiver pickups? Is it going to be now someone from the Chargers? Is it going to be now is it now Mason Taylor or Theo Johnson? But if Bill is available because someone dropped him, another man's mistake is your treasure. Oh, by week 10, you'll have priority 1 again. I would do that. I would go get Bill. Ezekiel Elliott. What's up, Ezekiel Goat? Yeah. The next up would be Haskins, I think. He's the one that's been getting the usage even before this over Vidal. It's neither of them are good. Neither. You're welcome, Rob Goat. Ezekiel, neither of them. And I would not be surprised if the Chargers now look somewhere else as well. They're thin. They lost two starting running backs. They lost Najee, now they lost to Marion Hampton. Haskins is Kamani Vidal. Let's put this in perspective. Ezekiel Elliott. If Kamani Vidal was so freaking good coming out of the 5th round, then why spend the 1st round pick this previous draft on Marion Hampton if Kamani Vidal was like wowing people? Now I don't want to it's not like I don't mean to diminish Kamani Vidal and his capabilities, because maybe he's looked impressive for their staff to keep him on the team, because he is still on the team. So he's obviously has put in the work. He's a professional. The skill levels are not the same. If they were the same, Kamani Vidal would have been the starting running back out of training camp this year. Or they may not have. Maybe they would have drafted Cam Scatterbo in the 4th round. And wait, because they have Kamani Vidal as their starting running back with Najee Harris. They were always getting Najee Harris and Marion. You know what I mean? It's like, this isn't like going after like some rock star running back. Both of them, Haskins and Vidal. That's my opinion. That may not be the opinions of others. And where's Gus Edwards? Again, someone else that they could belong, someone that they know, someone that knows their system. To be a flash in the pan for 4 weeks. That sucks. It sucks that Hampton's out without question. I don't know what the expectation for Vidal or Haskins to get you some sort of 15+ point PPR performance out of these running backs. Yes, fool's gold, as far as I'm concerned. Ezekiel. Eating the fucking competition. That's what I'm eating. You're eating the competition. What am I eating? I'm eating grass, hay, sticks, twigs. That's what I'm eating. That's what you're eating. That's what we're all eating while we eat the competition. I think does this cover Calvin Ridley? Pfft, what a joke. Keith Mitchell's jet sweep in the red zone was fun, I guess. Pour one out. Calvin Ridley came back soaring. He missed time due to injury in week 4, but he had season highs. Michael Carter did dominate the Cardinals' backfield. 72% carries, 15% targets, 1 of 2 carries inside the 5, 17.9 weighted opportunities. Bam Knight did get another one of the goal lines, but so did Carter. DeMarcado absolutely killed them. Rashad White took over for Bucky, 82%. Rashad White played real well. Really well. Kenny Walker and Zach Charbonnet. Kenny Walker, Walker, 5.6. Charbonnet, 2.7. Walker, 52% of the backfield. Charbonnet, 48%. That you might as well just say 50-50. You might as well just say 50-50. 52-48. There's Bill. Here's Bill. 70% backfield, 57% weighted opportunities, 7.9 yards per carry. He was the only one to take the ball inside the 5. Really good day, 31 fantasy points. Yeah, bro, you want to go get Bill now, who's looking to further cement yesterday's role. Separate from Chris Rodriguez. Separate from the other dude, Nichols. Ha ha ha! Jake Ferguson. When CeeDee Lamb comes back, the production, the target share, all that nice stuff that Jake Ferguson is enjoying right now, that starts to decrease too. I promise you. In a few weeks when I'm going through this thread, it's going to highlight Ferguson's target share from weeks 3, 4, and 5, and 6 maybe, and what it is now. And it's going to be lower because of CeeDee Lamb. It's going to be lower. It's just the way it works. He outperformed. Yeah, Bill had a good game. Look at Jamal. 26.1, Chase Brown 17.4, and T. Higgins 16.3. Higgins scored finally. Tyler Goat. How are you this evening, Tyler Goat? Rashad Smith, Lower Fields, Trey Tucker, Wandale, or Shaheed. Do I drop any of these players for Rashad Smith? Which players? You could drop Trey Tucker for Rashad Smith. I wouldn't drop the 2 quarterbacks. I wouldn't drop Wandale, and I wouldn't. Shaheed's questionable. He scored last week. But I mean, how consistent do you think that's going to be? Shaheed's going to be a boom or bust. Good news is Saints are usually playing from behind, as they were when he did score. But they were also playing the Giants. Lousy secondary. Do I drop any of these players for Rashad Smith? So Jordan Love or Fields, no and no. You could drop Trey Tucker. I would hold on to Wandale. Darius Slayton has got a bad hammy or a quad now. That reopens the door for Wandale. If you wanna hold Shaheed because he's a speedster, as Trey Tucker is, but Trey Tucker was a flash in the pan as well. I know everyone was really high on him. Not me. I don't have any Trey Tucker. Smitty Goat. There he is. Tyler, your move would be Trey Tucker as far as I'm concerned. And I like the idea of you getting Rashad Smith. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Bob. Smitty! Smitty, brother. Stupid ass Texans. Blowout. that killed everyone. That killed everyone. Everyone. Smitty. Everyone. There ain't one. I'd love for somebody to come forward and say that you didn't start Woody Marks against that Ravens trash, based off of the week that he had prior to. I would love to meet the person, shake their hand, who did not start Woody Woodpecker. From now on, Smitty, his name is Wood, because that's what he gave us. But I'm not even sure it's all his fault. That offense, they were just like they were humming. Let CJ start ripping some to get his confidence back up. Nico, Jalen Noel, everyone scored for that team. Xavier Hutchinson, except for Woody. I'm 1-4, 2 QB Superflex. Smitty, you're not out of it though. Certainly not out of it. PPR. Daniels just returned. Purdy's been lousy. Mac Jones has been good. Dylan gave you a rattler, but that's 2 QB, that's why. Running backs, Travion Henderson. Monty had a good game. Rashad had a good game. Wood Mark. That's his new name. Wood motherfucking Mark. Waller. Kittle's injured. Nico, all right. DK. Jennings injured. You're waiting for Rashee Rice. Luke Skywalker. Who would I trade for? Oh man. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. You want to keep Rashee Rice? I'm gonna assume. Maybe I shouldn't assume that, because I know many people that would probably want Rashee Rice that would be selling off assets to buy him. But what's the asset? Who do we need? Who do we want? What do you think, Husot? I mean, I know you're 1-4, and this is probably not going to be the best answer. And I'll attempt to throw out some names as well, so we're not going to leave you high and dry. You're 1-4, so you're looking to be proactive. I could see this also turning around with them. You may, let's say hypothetically, I don't really think I don't think Bucky Irving is going to play next week. I don't. Or this upcoming week, I should say. Nico is the only. Well, we think he's the only game in town. When push comes to shove, Nico's the only game in town for CJ Stroud. Juwan Jennings is healthy. Let's get him going. You may want another workhorse running back, man. You may want another hammer running back. Travion Henderson is killing us. killing. You want another running back? Should we be looking at running back, or should we be looking at another hammer wide? I think it's a running back too. And you could probably go and get James Cooks now. But again, I'm going to caution you. Your trade partner is probably really only going to be looking at Rashee Rice. That's why this is a little tricky. Because this is a wide receiver 1 when he returns. That's what's tricky. You can maybe try to move Rashad White now. Maybe try to move Juwan Jennings and maybe go get Cooks. You can put that feeler out there. You don't move any quarterbacks, as you can see, just because you know why. Maybe you could try to get Cooks. Maybe you could try to get Breece Hall with a Rashad White, with a Juwan Jennings. It may take your best asset, who hasn't played a game yet, though. Try that, Smitty. Smitty Goat. Yeah, we're asking ourselves the same question, and the answer seems to be infinite. Something else. It's something else. Like the old adage or the old days of firing Melvin Gordon for fumbling too much doesn't seem to apply here. Or all the noise and chatter regarding Kyron Williams and Blake Corum fumbling and how Sean McVay won't tell them. I mean, that seems to be over. There's got to be something else. There must be something that we're not seeing, something behind the scenes. This could be tactical. Like, we'll unleash motherfucking trivia on Henderson when we want. Week 10, week 11, week 14, when we're really making a push. They're not playing fantasy. I feel you, Smitty Goat. I'm with you. The commissioner is with you. Who would you drop? Juan Goat. The Juan Goat. Smitty Goat. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll be, you know our schedule. Damn near 6 days a week. We'll present the trade options to the war chief, to the commissioner as well. I mean, it's not. We'll attempt to get something done for you, but those are just my two players that you may want to try to obtain, but not giving away Rashee Rice. And I'm also from the position that, if you win this upcoming week, you're right back you're in the thick of it now at 1-4. Juan Goat. There you go, Huso. Who would I drop? Hollywood. Kenny Gainwell, baby. Nicky Chubb. Bill. Your waiver wires got Ramondre Stevenson, Kendrick Bourne. No. It wouldn't be Flournoy. You've got Jonathan Taylor, you've got Josh Jacobs. So this is just bench stuff, right? This is you're looking to add for your bench. You might as well go ahead and add Ramondre Stevenson, and you might as well drop Gainwell. Jalen Warren should be healthy this week. Gainwell, I don't know if Gainwell's going to have. We have to see what kind of usage he's going to get. I know it was spectacular their last game, but that was without Jalen Warren. Nick Chubb seems to be in almost a 50-50 timeshare. Bill Krosky's stock is looking to go up right now. So it's certainly not him. I would hold Chubb. I would hold Krosky. Hollywood's the only wide receiver you're mentioning here. So, I mean, it seems like you need him. Backup wide receiver. My wide receivers are Tebow, Quentin, Devontae, Jordan. Go get yourself a little Ramadre. Doesn't seem like fumbling the ball is a problem for him. It doesn't seem like he gets him in the doghouse. Seems like he can fumble all he wants. Even more of a reason. Even more of a reason. No. 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 You're going to have to give up way too much. Why? Yeah, I get it. He's like the best quarterback in the league right now, even after yesterday's game. I know you're getting a consistent 25 points from him, but you could get 24, 23 points from Love on any given day, or you could get 25, 27 points any given day from Brock Purdy. Or didn't you just tell me you have Daniels, or is that one goat that's got Daniels? One of you got Daniels also, who just returned. Why? In a 2 QB league. Yeah, let me go back up. Let me go back up because maybe I missed something. Smitty goat. 2 QBs. Daniels, Purdy, Dylan Gabriel, and Rattler. No. I don't know. You're gonna have to give up way too much. I don't even know where to start here. You got to roll with Purdy. You're going to roll with Jordan Love, or if Purdy's not ready to play, Mac Jones, Jordan Love. Let me put it this way. The manager with Josh Allen, what's their record? Is it not like at least 3-2? Josh Allen, 4-1? And what is their quarterback? So, I mean, do they have the depth to be able to just trade away Josh Allen? I wouldn't want you to make an offer, A, that's going to hurt your team, and then B, make you look silly too. Oh, like because you're trying to keep as many good pieces as you can while still trying to get Josh Allen. That's why it's going to cost too much. Yeah. You're gonna roll with Daniels now. He's back. Let's see that in action. Still early, my goats. Still early. Speaking of early, well, we got time. Time is on our side. These are not. Warm. Oh, do we have an injury update for Xavier Worthy? Chiefs at Jaguars. What's going on here, Kurt? Maybe I should check my phone. Here it is. Xavier Worthy's active. Very nice. Very nice. Xavier Worthy. That question was early. Was that Trone's question? Xavier Worthy in the Chiefs defense? Or someone else's? He has JT but doesn't want to give him up. He has JT but doesn't want to give him up. What do you think I can offer for JT? I wouldn't want to give up JT either right now. If you have JT, you have like damn near I have like the RB1 of the season, if not RB2. If it was me, what would I want for Jonathan Taylor? I'm going to want your best running back. I'm going to want your maybe second best wide receiver. Rashad has to go. Rashad has to go. Trevion Henderson's got to go. And if not Trevion Henderson, maybe Monty Rashad. And you're probably going to have to part with Nico. Nico or Rashee Rice. What's that record? It's going to have to be Nico and two backs. Or Rashee Rice and one back. No, it's the other way around. It would be Rashee Rice, who hasn't played, along with maybe Rashad, maybe Monty, or Trevion. So pick two of those three running backs along with one of your wide receivers and see if that will fly. He'd be getting interesting. Yeah, Rashad White. That's one piece. Monty, two piece. Yeah, Paul with Nico. Get JT on board, and you're gonna have to weather it out with DK Metcalf, right? DK. And you have to weather it out, wait for Rashee Rice, DK Metcalf, and you're gonna have to insert someone else in the flex or another or your other wide receiver position. Jennings. That's the other dude, Jennings. It's not Luke. Again, your greatest asset, though, from my seat, is Rashee Rice. Your greatest tradable asset. If he'll take Rashee Rice to help out Emeka Egbuka, and you're going to give him two workable pieces now in running backs, Monty, Rashad White, Trevion Henderson. Not all three. Two out of those three, and you get Jonathan Taylor in return. Again, though, think about that. It's almost like you never had Rashee Rice. If he asks for Nico Collins, if he wants Nico and two out of the three of those backs, then you're rolling with DK Metcalf for a couple of weeks until Rashee Rice comes back. And then there's really no guarantee for Rashee. I mean, we're all sitting here saying like Rashee Rice is just going to like fly into Arrowhead Stadium with a cape on. And all of a sudden just like 100 yards a game, touchdown a game. No, there's no guarantee to that either. If you want to pull that off for JT, try to pull that off for JT. Try as if Rashee Rice was never on your team. That way you could keep Nico in the fold. That's the way I would play it, Smitty Goat. I mean, that's the way I would play it for you, Smitty Goat. I don't know if I would do it if it was me. But that's the way I would play it for you. We don't do things here in terms of our advice that we would only do for ourselves. So I first started off saying, you might just be able to weather this. I think I would weather this. I'm going to stand on that. It's still wet. You might be able to weather this out. But if you're itching for JT, then that's going to be how you get him. Possibly. All right, goats. I think it's about that time. Goats. I want to appreciate you all. Appreciate you, Smitty. And the Husot. Lord Husot. Emperor Husot. And all the goats. Don't forget. Please like Juan Goat. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I know you already subscribed. Just I have to say it. I have to say it. Till I'm blue in the face. Tyler. No, that wasn't even Tyler. It was Ezekiel. No, it wasn't Ezekiel. Where is that guy? Nope. Whatever. It's not important. Smitty Go. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back Thursday. We'll be here on Friday. I know the train now. I know you're going to want to get this done before Thursday night football. We can work on it tomorrow. We can work on it Thursday, 7 o'clock. Then again, it should not be urgent. Shouldn't be urgent, Goat. I think the team could turn. I think your team could turn around. Cam, baby. Here's the Cam, motherfucking Goat. The Cam Goat. Would it be dumb to drop Golden in order to get a jump start on picking up Packers defense? My wide receivers are worthy. Keenan, scary, Lad, Godwin. I don't want to drop Matthew Golden. Why do I want to drop Matthew Golden? Matthew Golden. You know that while the pack was on the bye, they were working with Matthew Golden. Rookies coming out of the bye tend to pop. You know this. You know this, Camp Goat. Want to drop Golden in order to get a jump start on picking up the Packers D. I mean, I don't want to drop any of these guys. For Packers D, who are you playing? Who's the defense now? I mean, I like the Packers D. You're going to drop Golden on the Packers to get Micah? Is that the direction we're going in? Get Micah. You want to thank Jerry? Is that it, Cam? You want to thank Jerry? I'd stick with the Rams. Rams are pretty good. I know the Pack's good. Rams are a good defense too. They played the Niners. They went to overtime. They didn't get you much fantasy points. I get it. The Rams got a good defense. Jared versus Fisk. Although those boys they're good. I don't want to drop Matthew Golden. Cam Goat. You imagine what happens next week at this time after Matthew Golden goes for 120 and 5 catches, 1 touchdown. His first touchdown. Can you trade any of these guys? Could you trade off Keenan? You're holding both Charger wide receivers. I would only want one of them. You're gonna go nuts. You're gonna go insane. Have you been starting both Charger wide receivers? One. Well, Lad finally popped a little bit. Xavier's on tonight. I mean, I'm not a McLaurin fan. I'm not. I'm pretty much on record here from months ago that regression is scary for Terry. Yeah, that's defense though. That's defense. Yeah, they let you down. They let everyone. They let a lot of people down. Here's the thing with defense. Most of them are always going to come within a few points of another because unless the defensive unit happens to score, it's basically an 8, 10, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12 game. Because they get scored on, right? Sure, the Cowboys' defense was looking fantastic for 3 quarters. And then what happened? Jets in garbage time put up their 20 points. Unless the defensive unit happens to score their own touchdown, it's always going to be within like where that projection is. 8, 9, 10. Cardinals. What happened to the Cardinals defense? They got dog walked by their own errors. Yeah, no. I was thinking about this, Goat. I was thinking about this now. Here's the other thing, though, that we're going to have to anticipate. This offensive line is already struggling. Justin Herbert already needs to get rid of this ball even faster now. And now their running game is in the toilet. Quick shots to Lad. Quick shots. I like, yeah, Cam Goat. Yeah, I want to be. Hope Worthy does well tonight. Active. I'd be looking at and see. Now here's a pretty good roster or a good situation. It's a good roster. Here's a good situation. Not that Smitty's is bad, but you've got Keenan Allen, Lad McConkey. You've got Scary Terry, Worthy. I mean, you've got some good wide receivers here. You could. I would look to ship one of these guys off. Maybe even Golden, if he does, in fact, come out of the bye hot. You could definitely sell them off high. Lad is coming off of a warm game. Lad is just getting started and beginning to cook. Notice the wide receiver that didn't get the work, though. Quinton. Oh, there's a Shaheed touchdown. I look up. There's the Shaheed touchdown. That's just boom or bust, and a product of the Giants secondary being absolute dog. Dog. Jackson Dart's getting cute running the ball, fumbles the ball. Brian Dable wasn't bullshitting when he said that he needs to develop. Jackson Dart needs to continue to develop. He wasn't bullshitting. We could see it with our own eyes. See it. Early waiver pickups, or does it seem crap? It seems like crap. But everybody's league's different. Everybody's rosters are different. Everybody plays with different types of members. So, like, yeah, for perfect example, this dude's got Bill. Juan Pena's got Bill sitting on waivers right now. I mean, I would Bill. Maybe he wasn't that. Yeah, no. Someone came in. Robert came in and said, Bill. Someone dropped Bill Krosky. Should I? I have the number one waiver priority. Should I use the number one waiver priority to pick up Bill? And I said, yes. You'll get another number one waiver priority in a few weeks. Don't worry about it now. Yes, Bill would be the best player week 6 on waivers. I don't like Vidal. I don't like Haskins, to be honest with you. I don't. If Kamani Vidal was so damn good, then the Chargers wouldn't have spent a first round pick on Marion Hampton. That's just fact. And Haskins is again a good utility player. He's a good utility player. Is this a fantasy force for us? You may want to bolster up your tight end spot. Kincaid would be a good piece, or you have Kincaid. The Njoku Warrior. Did you see this, Cam Goat? Let me put it back up for the Cam Goat. Dylan Gabriel. The tight end target share for the Browns increased by like 50% with Dylan Gabriel versus how it was with Joe Flacco. Increased. Let me see if I can get this up for you. Our friend Ryan Heath over at Fantasy Points Data pointed that out to us for this week's key takeaways. It's not my research. It's not my data. I must give him the credit. That's what we do here at the Fantasy Goats. That's what we do. Let me get this up for Cam Goat. It's early in the thread. It was early. Here. Yep. Here. Dylan Gabriel targeted tight ends on 39.4% of his pass attempts. Let's just call it 40%. 40% of his pass attempts went to the Njoku Warrior and Harold Fannin. Comparison: when Joe Flacco, weeks 1 through 4, were getting a combined 26.8% target share. It's spiked. Close. Between Njoku and Kincaid. Not necessarily Harold Fannin and Kincaid. Close. I like Njoku coming up next week. I don't know about the rest of the season, though. And Kincaid looks pretty good as well. Rest of the season. It's close, Cam Goat. It is. I'll have the rest of the season rankings probably tomorrow. Since the Rams fans are. Would you trade Kyron? All we've said about this dude is that he knows how to find the end zone. He just finds the end zone, this guy. His value is probably at its highest. You got that for sure. Trade him. Let's swing for the fences here. Let's swing for the motherfucking fences if we're gonna trade Kyron Williams. Maybe Kyron Williams and one of your Chargers, and let's go get Jahmyr Gibbs or Bijan, CMC. Take one of the Charger wide receivers and go ahead and take Kyron and go get one of those mothers. GQ. GQ. I'd hate to be playing in the league with you, GQ. God almighty. Embarrass us. Just embarrass your opponents. GQ. Fucking God almighty. You know, I mean, I hope you don't get bored. Are you getting bored? Don't get bored. You want some competition, right? You want to take like one on the. You want to maybe take one on the chin. Get knocked down. That way it'll be that much better at getting back up. GQ. Hell yeah. What about the other roster? The other championship goat squad. I know you got more than one. Zach Taylor evaluating options at quarterback. I told you who soaked. Evaluating. They're gonna have to. I'd be evaluating his position. Like, am I a good head coach in this league, or is it Joe Burrow that makes me a good head coach? Be taking a good, damn hard look in the mirror. Like, am I a good head coach? Because this team without Joe Burrow, absolutely shit. His offensive line is shit. His defense is still shit. Yeah. I mean, you love the player. You love the player so much, but yet you see what's happening, right? Look at what it takes. It takes garbage time, but and we'll take that. We'll take that. But it's going to come a time where even the garbage time you don't get. You can't get we won't be able to get garbage time each time. We want good, clean football most of the time. Yeah, I would want Jamar Chase too, of course. That situation is shit. He had a great game. Made his fantasy managers very happy, of course. But doesn't it frighten you? It does make me nervous. It makes me nervous about the next time where we don't get the garbage time points. May the dark side clean your soul. May they give you the dark side and the hate in your heart every week. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I saw that yesterday, and I was laughing at that. Is he? Didn't he get a new contract? He just got a contract, didn't he, Terry? And the fat lesbian. I happen to think the fat lesbian is in a better situation right now with Jaden Daniels than Scary. Scary was never. Oh yeah, I think you're right. Scary was never putting up the same numbers as last season. He was never going to. Never. It wasn't happening. He's never done it before. He wasn't going to do it again. He wasn't going to do it 2 seasons in a row. We don't account for injury for Scary Terry. We just account for everything else. It was just natural regression and attrition that was going to factor into him. But what winds up happening? Injury happens as well. The fact that he didn't participate all of August, that was enough. But we had it called even before that. And the receipts, as Quincy Goat knows, and the Who Soat, it's on the motherfucking channel. Would you sell a Mecca for Jameer straight up? No. Start there. Let the manager either reject the trade or come back and ask for the additional piece. You don't ever want to show your hand, Quincy Goat, if you don't have to. Right now, Emeka Egbuka is damn near close to that man, Jahmyr Gibbs. Damn near. When I'm presenting a 2-for-1 with Cam Goat right now, it's under a different set of circumstances. But it still applies. But I already know the answer to that trade. It would be a big, fat, hard no if you were to try, let's say, Lad McConkey away for, what was I suggesting? I was suggesting Gibbs, or I was suggesting CMC. It would be a big, fat no. That's why I sometimes you know when you have to put a 2-for-1 in, and sometimes you know when you can at least attempt the 1-for-1 straight first. Then wait and come back. Mr. Banks, baby! The Banks Goat is here! What are you doing? What's going on? My brother Goat. And the Quincy Goat. And I do have my Evans, Rice, Garrett, Sutton. God, Sutton. This will be one where I'm going to have to take the L. And I'll take the L. I was out on Sutton. I was not recommending Sutton. Mr. Bakes. You fucking baking up here, Mr. Goat. What are you baking for the goats? Hopefully you're baking some good grass. Baking some good weeds. And hay. Twigs. That's what we need baked. We're gonna be a decoy. Did they say that? Let me tell you something about the Chiefs. If the mother-loving dude, motherfucker's out there, and he's open, he's not even no decoy. Patrick Mahomes is gonna throw to him if he's open. Let me ask you this question: Don't you find that weird? Like, how does your ankle swell up on an airplane that has the pressure, cabin pressure is locked in? I'd say that more there's more of a risk for the shoulder at that situation than his ankle that's swollen right now. I mean, like let's pretend that this is accurate, and this isn't just some made up bullshit that his ankle got swollen on an airplane. Never heard of that before, by the way. Never. I think it's more problematic of him taking a tackle, getting hit out of bounds, or whatever the case may be, hit in the air, and him re-aggravating his shoulder. I don't see how his dislocated shoulder is fully healed up. But yeah, but back to Bake's goat and decoy. I mean, he's active. Let me put it this way: if he's going to get a normal complement of snaps like he did last week, it's not a decoy. If we see him like a couple of plays here in the first half and only a couple of plays in the second half, then we're going to get some more bullshit. And maybe it was a decoy, or maybe something happened where he was re-injured. We're going to be watching. I know the NFL's watching. $1.50. Well, I mean, I'm saying like even if they wanted to deploy that type of philosophy, well, let's say they wanted to, you know what, Xavier, why don't you say this one out? No, coach, I want to go out there just to make them think that it might be coming. All right, Xavier, fine. We'll put you in for a package. We'll put you in for a package of plays. Yeah, so now here he is. His role in this package is to, run 5-10 yards and then go out. Well, what if he doesn't go out? Which, normally you follow your instructions. But let's say he doesn't, and let's say he just beats his defender and he's wide open. Patrick Mahomes gonna freaking throw to him if he sees him. Because even though you in my mind anyway, the way it works, sometimes it's funny. But even if they say, well, why don't you go out there, it will be a decoy. Some of the best defenders know that he's just running decoy. But you still can't leave that person at running the risk of them just falling wide open. Come on, baby. Should we pray? Is it time to pray? What are the odds A.J. Brown gets traded? Fuck the Eagles. If the rumors are true, hopefully he goes back to the Titans or even the Bills. A.J. Brown. These rumors have been swirling for a while now. They've been swirling for a while. I'm not sure if Howie and the Eagles would want to break that up at this time. I think they want A.J. Brown. I think A.J. Brown is just getting a little frustrated. B, I think A.J. Brown would, if this was for real, I think his agent is most likely to request a trade to New England to be with Vrabel, who didn't want to get rid of him in the first place. So that's what I'd be looking for. Same reason why I'm looking for Alvin Kamara to be traded. The Kamara usage has increased the last 2 weeks. Now that the Chargers are down a running back for the next 4, maybe longer weeks, and we think Alvin Kamara is on the trade block, it shouldn't be the Chargers to go spend on Alvin Kamara. It should be the Broncos to reunite with Sean Payton and officially block the Chargers from getting Kamara services. That's the conversation I would be having right now with Walmart. I mean, and Sean Payton doesn't have to have the conversation with them. Sean Payton is really in charge of the organization, football operations. Yeah, we know that there's a general manager, but they're kind of working in concert together. That's the conversation I'd be having right now. Well, I know Alvin. I like Alvin. He does a lot of good things. that will help this team. My favorite fantasy football team. Let's see. I'll do this for you. Let's Sleeper or Yahoo? Because the best team is actually on Yahoo. Let's do that one. Oh, I should have done that. Let's do it over here. Which, by the way, got worked yesterday. I take the L too. Got worked. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Gotta enter the code. Yes. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, pull up. Yahoo. Who plays on Yahoo still? Who's on Yahoo? Who's on ESPN? I've been meaning to put a poll out there. I really this would be good research. Like in my mind, I think everyone's on Sleeper. The only reason why I'm on Yahoo is because my home leagues have been playing on Yahoo for God knows how long. Basically 23 years. Dun, 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 dun. Come on, what? Soldiers? Who soaked? We have to get up to soldiers. And of course, it's taking forever. Yeah, we got smoked. Now, also, Cam Goat, disclaimer, this is an auction keeper, my home league. This is one of my better teams, an auction keeper. I kept Garrett Wilson for $37, and I also kept Tyrone Tracy for $6. Kept two players working with a $350 budget. So those are just some disclaimers. Yahoo ADP is always good. I don't follow Yahoo ADP. I don't like Yahoo altogether. JA is Garrett. Still waiting on Keon. Encouraged by Chris Godwin. CMC for $100. Jordan Mason. Mark Andrews last week. Nice. Woody. Here's Woody. Fucking Woody. Wood. I'm going to call him Wood. I put Ollie in. It was a bye week. So there's that Arizona D. So they were projected. They were projected for 8.64. They got 6. I mean, like, that's what I was talking about with projections. And the Sleeper's no different. Sleeper's the same thing. Yeah, here's the full team. Husot, are you ready for this? Husot knows. Tyrone is on IR. There he is. We're waiting on this motherfucker too, Drake. So Drake I kind of spent up on. Matthew Golden was a great price. waivers. Ollie Gordon waivers. Woody Marks I drafted. It looked like a home run last week, and then it came crashing. Jordan Mason I drafted. It's a good team. It's a team that's going to go 3-2. It's going to go 3-2. I'll show you. I can show you a shitty one too, Cam. I mean, just to keep it real, keep it a buck. I can show you. I could show you not I could show you my charity leagues, the charity bowls that we're in. Yeah, well, it's deep. It's definitely deep. 3 wide receivers, 2 flexes. Man, I was on a bye. Yeah, Packer were on a bye. Yeah. He's like, yeah, show me. All right, open up sleeper. All right, then we're gonna take off, goats, because we got the game coming on. I'm going to show you some teams right now. Like, injury isn't the word, all right? Injury is like, West, baby. Again, another Bills on waivers. I love how that works, too, man. Like, it's like ebb and flow. It's like running hot, running cold. West up, baby. What's up, Wesco? Should I drop him? Travion, Chuba, Buckadick, Kyron, Rome, BTJ, Orico. Oh, man. Last up, I'm not going to lie. I can't bullshit you here. I'm not sure if you really do have a drop. Rico looks really good right now after coming off of 200. Those are your starters. I see you there, Che. I see you. I replaced Xavier Worthy last night in a panic. I'm down 20 in full PPR. Now I have the choice to start Worthy or ETN in the flex. You're down 20. I think you're going to want to go with Travis Etienne. Is your safer option here. Your actual boom option is Xavier Worthy. But your running back here is more stable. You replaced Xavier Worthy. I replaced Xavier Worthy last night in the panic. I'm down 20 in full PPR. Now I have the choice to start Worthy. So I'm not sure which one is it. Did you get rid of him or you could start him? I would probably roll with ETN in this situation and hope that he could get you 20 points. Yeah. 116. And then another 35, 40 yards in the air. I would go with ETN. Final answer. If you're new to this channel, Che, please give us a like and subscribe. Well, join us. Join the goats here. Look at these goats. What are you gonna do here, West Up? I don't think you have a move here. I think you're gonna leave Bill there. I think you're gonna leave Bill there, or you're gonna drop Rico Dowdle, but that's kind of like blasphemy, right? That'd be blasphemous at this time. You could probably drop Travion Henderson, but that would be blasphemous also. You might have to just hold on. Let Bill fall to somebody else. I know that's going to be shitty. If not Rico Dowdle, then I don't see another move. Rico. Starters are Bo Nix, Devon Achane, Quinshon, Cortland, and Jamar. Okay. I like your team. I like having both running backs there. I like having Sutton with Chase. You have Kyron and Rome Dunze. I don't think you need to add Bill Krosky. Billy. I don't think so, West. Appreciate you, Che. I think the easier path would be with Jacksonville and the running back. Rather Xavier Worthy, who obviously is coming in questionable, obviously competing with other dudes that are running on the field. Jacksonville's technically got a much improved defense. So that bodes well for Jacksonville running game, right? I'm up 24 points, need Worthy to stay under that. Look, I actually, knocking on wood. Well, I think if he has a 15 to 18 point game, it'll be a good fantasy day for him. Not some 28 to 35 point fantasy game. Let me put it this way. This dude, I don't know if this dude is popping off like Emeka Ibuka against the Seahawks or Jamar Chase in the fourth quarter. One quarter, Jamar Chase could do that. And Emeka Ibuka, I don't think he's really built like that. You're the GOAT. You're the motherfucking GOAT. Like the Cam GOAT, Che GOAT, there's the Who SOAT. God, man, this team depresses. This motherfucking team depresses. So I just want to make sure that Malik is still on this team. I didn't drop him. No, it looks like I did drop him. I have Malik. I started with Malik Neighbors on this team. This is the Scott Fishbowl, the coveted Scott Fishbowl. This scoring always changes. Scoring always changes each year, and the roster as well. This season, it's all flexes with two super flex. And the 1.9, which is where I've selected every year. I like that spot. Third round reversal, which might change. Tight end premium. And not just any normal tight end premium, like really jacked up tight end premium. I could show you the draft. Draft results, yeah. You don't want to see this fucking infirmary, this emergency room. Let me show you the draft. Oh yeah. This team is just a filthy ass team that I drafted and went to shit. Just went to total shit. Not total shit. Not total shit because CD's coming back. All right, let's do this. And then, folks, your shepherd is going to get ready for the game. Yeah, you're right. He might be Theo Johnson or Mason Taylor. We'll be back tomorrow night, West Up Goat. We'll be back tomorrow night. We'll get into full waivers. The commissioner, the war chief will be here for you. We'll answer any of your questions. We'll get into the waivers. And that's it. I appreciate all you guys. Thank you for hanging out. Love it. Love all of it. Good luck tonight. Good luck. We'll see you again tomorrow.